Hi Virgos, and welcome to April. Oh my gosh, really? April 2025. We can say where does the time, how time flies. Can we not? All right, let's go. I got this new deck, Wisdom of the Oracles, because I felt it would tie in with this being the present and this being the thread of karma. Let it kind of be like synergy. All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. What is your card for April? Wow, Treasure Island. Oh, I love it. Treasure Island. I do have my lights on. The inner treasures that we have been given are being found in April for you, for sure. This number is what, a 9? Yeah, sorry. I'm like, what? I even have my glasses on, right? Okay, it's a 9. So finally, for some of you, you're being guided to pull out deep emotions, speak your truth, speak your heart from the heart. Not that you don't. I also see the turtle here. So you have been, for some of you Virgos, you've been coming to surface. A lot of treasures have been coming to surface of late, meaning maybe a new project that you started doing has led you to love art. Whatever art, they're saying art. An artful a project that brought you to whatever art, whatever medium of choice that is being pulled up that you've always had, right? So you could always have had a talent for, let's just say, drawing and using, I'm seeing watercolors. So the art of watercolors, you know, doing watercolors, and you maybe you just dabbled, and like, lo and behold, here we are. Also, without question, some of you are definitely coming into some money, and we always love to hear that, right? Okay. The karmic, oh, see that? The treasures that you have innately been given when we are born into this world, we are all given innate treasures. And now you are finding those, and those are also coming up as, like I said, any kind of, you know, being in your niche, your what's called or known as your north node. Sorry. Your north node, okay? Some of you are messing your hair, changing your hair color, whatever. It's like when I start messing with my hair on camera, I know that someone else has to be doing it, right? All right. Let me know. Who knows? Comment. Anyway, this also is presenting itself as leveling up your spirituality. Your path is you are being guided. It is not only, let's say, the north node of a career, as much as look into your natal and look at your north node, and that would definitely, in addition to a, let's say, career path, your purpose on this planet, it also is spiritually connected to our purpose. Is not necessarily what we do for a living, a job. Our purpose is, like, if you are a natural born, gifted, whatever, that you have sought to be in this lifetime, or you're learning new treasures and gifts. Like, let's just say you play the guitar, now you're playing the piano, or the, sax or something. Okay. So you're really finding your true north, your purpose. It's being shown to you now. If you've always been, let's say, a business owner or a company, you know, head of a company, business owner, sorry, or CEO is what I meant to say. COO, CEO, something like that. You are now maybe branching out into being a member of a board or doing philanthropy work or something of that nature, okay? Because that is in your nature. Your natural habitat is your nature, and that's what what is being shown to you right now. What you love to do, how you love to do it, and being really invested in it as well. All right, it's beautiful. All right, let's go. Wow. It's your time, Virgos. This is a beautiful depiction of, wow, I've been through enough crap. And I now am like total new beginnings. Luck is on your side. You may live somewhere or have iguanas or lizards in your area. I saw them all the time in LA or California, whatever. So it's really beautiful. Uncovering what it is that you really want to do now is coming to the forefront for your life. Wow. And you are. This is a time of attaining, achievement, launching a new child, being pregnant, getting pregnant, finding out you're pregnant. This is, wow, this is great. Cornucopia. Some of you love corn on the cob. I'm also hearing the Mexican corn that is so good. It's delish. Wow, I just was like, man, I must be hungry. Anyway, really, eggplant, eating healthy, being healthy. That could be your, you know, what you're really focusing on right now. All right, boys, stop. You could have animals that are not listening. Interesting, because I always get Leo, Virgo, cuspers, and now I'm getting it in your chart. So you could definitely, if you want, to watch the Leo read, because Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn Virgo actually came in as the Hermit in your card as well. In their reading as well. So you definitely could be a Leo, Virgo, or Virgo, Leo. You're on that cusper. Okay, but this is also really important to say that whatever you are working on is really, it's ready. Some of you, it's percolating, right? But it is. Someone could be ready to have a baby. This is the month that they're having it, or this is the month someone gets pregnant. If you don't want to get pregnant or not want someone to get pregnant, this is probably a good time to say heads up, right? Take precautions if that's not the case. New directions, new beginnings, very physical. What's that old song? Let's Get Physical? No idea where that came from, because you have been through it. You have the Ten of Swords. So without question, you've been through a lot, right? It kind of makes me feel like one thing after another within this last year has really, you knew there needed to be some change. It had to happen. Change had to happen, because it's like, I can only take so much, right? So a lot of you have been working really hard, for sure, on a project, a business, working on yourselves. I would definitely say look at the Leo read as well. Okay, some of you secretly in love with someone. What can I say? Why? That's what I want to know. Why do I always get this for Virgo? Why do I always get this for Virgo? Secret lover, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. don't know what to say. Oh my God, see? I'm telling you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, leveling up. Let's see what's going on. Great happiness, being happy. Look at that. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Listen, let me tell you, Virgo. All right, I'm going to take these cards. They want me to do that. Hold on. Hold on. Right? Leveling up in love. So they do want me to take these cards and put them down. So I'm gonna. It goes this way. So we're talking new beginnings, a change of heart in love. Virgo. You may have two people that you have been trying to choose from. Okay? I don't know what to say when this happens, when I get this secret lover. I mean, I don't know what to say. Is it a secret lover? Actually, they want me to do this. Hold on. An apology. I want to work on this. And this is this is where you're at right now, right? That's what happened. In love. Hold on. In love. And yeah, okay, now it makes sense. Obviously, there's a choice. All right, you've been dealing with this for I can't tell you how long. Or you could look at the past videos, but you've been dealing with a situation where you've had to choose, Virgo, you have to choose between a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And I'm going to tell you, one is the mother of your children, and the other could just be very physical. The attraction, right, was purely physical. I've had it before with you. We do have, it could be the secret. Is the secret out? I'm going to ask. Hold on. If it is a secret lover, I'm really serious. When I see, okay, all right, now I get it. I get it. Now, Spirit is saying, listen to this. The person that you're secretly in love with is dating someone else who's also a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yep. And if you were to say this person that you might have been secretly or are secretly in love with, you had no idea that they were with someone, or you just realized how much this person means to you. Like you're going about your business, right? I feel that, oh God, if there is two couples, you with your person and someone else with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, there's like two couples here. Now, this could be work related, so let's not, I mean, there is someone who's secretly in love with someone who they worked with or are working with. Okay? You cannot say this is not a secret lover. And they're younger. The Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is younger than you. And you might have found out that they are now invested or in a relationship. And okay, they wanted me to stop, see? I feel that a relationship that could have been, the attraction was purely physical. found someone and you have severed ties with this person. Even though you know this person could have been like the one that you've always wanted or hoped or wished for, I feel that it's been the cross to bear. The cross to bear is that, what's that song? I'm in love. So it's the flavor of this union is about being in love with someone else, but you're tied to another person. You're in a relationship and you fell in love, or you've had a secret lover, or the attraction that's purely physical with a younger person. And you had to avoid disaster from happening. So the secret came out. The secret lover came out. And to avoid potential disaster and or divorce, that relationship had to end. There it is. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio reversed. Yep. We had to sever ties with the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and now, unbeknownst to you, you find out maybe through work or the people that work with them, that they found someone else, they're in a relationship with someone else, and you may be really devastated. It could be your ex. You had to make a decision, but it was either you stick with the Empress or you go with the younger. Three of Pentacles means at work. Someone at work may have spilled the beans. Yep. And you were hoping that a conversation of being left in the dust. I don't know why I'm left in the dust. Something about dust in the wind. Wow. Some of you found the treasures of your youth in another later in life. Does that make sense? You're not single. Some of you you're with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And you couldn't help but find someone really attractive. But it had to end. Or the job ended. You know, you may not be in contact with them because it was only like a job that you did that brought you together. You know, maybe you only worked there for a certain amount of time and now it's over. The relationship is over also because I feel someone found someone else. So if you were with someone as a secret lover, they now have chosen to go their own way and they've met someone, and it is placing a lot of pain upon you. You can't do anything about it, really, right? Because someone here, we have the King and Queen of Wands. I feel that the attraction was really, this was a hot and sexy lover. It's hard for us. It is, because we've been programmed to, we have been programmed to not look at the inner beauty, and we've always been taught to look. Society has made us look at what the external looks of a person is, what, how attractive they are. The chemistry has to be off the chain. And sometimes we don't go into the depth or the depths of really, are we getting to know this person, or have we gotten to know this person on a platform of intellect and or, humanity, of compassion, and the things that you aspire, Virgo, and that you are, that love, that compassion, that getting along with everyone, the solid structure of trust and being trustworthy is huge. That's why I've had such a hard time with you guys over the course of the years. I have, because I know and I value what Virgos are made of. But I seem to think that I don't feel like you were looking for it. I feel like a job that you were in, or a project of that job that you were in and structured for, brought you to an attractive temptation. And Spirit saying, okay, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Right? I'm hearing that song. What do you want from me? Adam Lambert? What do you want from me? Someone's saying, what do you want from me? And they probably told Virgos. They told you what they want from you, but you can't do that because you have an Empress here. And the Empress is not going to stand for it. I'm just saying. And you have been at a push and pull of wanting that person because they're so tempting, and trying to hold back. Holding back the desire to want this person. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Holding back, not wanting to contact them, call them, text them, right? Holding back. Really trying hard. And you are the Emperor. And you know that you're with an Empress. But, when temptation, when temptation looks so good, the devil's reversed, because you not only, either you took the bait, but you had to close up shop. They're saying it that way, so that's what happened. You may have found, like I said, Spirit may have put you on this path for you to decide what really is more important in your life. Is it love or is it lust? That's immediately what I felt. Now that you have this, you've been with this person, you're the Emperor and the Empress. You've attained and achieved a level of understanding, of camaraderie, of being together and going through thick and thin, right? Just like the sacred vows. You've been through thick and thin, right? And then temptation comes. It's not like you were looking for it. Again, I have to say it. You were not looking for it. It just happened. And this person, I'm telling you, reminded you of someone when you were a child, like your first love. For sure. This person reminded you of your childhood, and you so badly felt like, oh my God, my heart just opened up. Some of you even said to yourselves, oh my God, I think I'm in love. And not with the person that you've been with for ages. This person you do love deeply. But this person came in as, oh my God, I never thought I could feel this way again. That's the difference. And you did have to set this person free, because it wouldn't be fair to, and I'm going to tell you, the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio waited around, right? Waited to see. You've had many conversations and fights with the Empress. Because if you're dealing with an Empress, they already know. Especially Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I mean, no kidding. So these fights were like, hey, not literally off with your head, but you're going to have to, like, tame that wild beast. Taming the beast for Virgos. Oh yeah, look at that. Taming the beast. No kidding. Three, I mean, come on. Come on. You see me shuffling. I've been dealing with this with Virgo for at least, what? I don't know. Up to 10 years. Yeah, that long. And you've been off path because of it. Because I feel, for some of you Virgos, you have been so accustomed to having someone in your life that is loyal and true, that you are. And then from wherever out of the blue it came from, you start working with someone who piques your interest because they're the doppelganger of your first love. And now you just go off path. You go off the rails. And you're trying, look at, stopping me from talking. You worry about them. You're sad. You think about them all the time, but you know that it would cause such a stir to go back and have to fight that fight again. So instead of going back to fight the fight, it had to end. And I don't know why, but I keep getting this for you guys. Because when it comes to love, Virgos, when it comes to love, your path is to find your inner treasure of love deep in your heart. What do we say, right? What we say, we usually say, and we don't even realize it, we say, from the bottom of my heart, I love you. And Spirit says, that's what love is. But Spirit still says, I'm going to tempt you. And I want to see how faithful And how deep is your faith in not another, in yourself. So it ended. Because two people that are very different, especially if it's an age generational gap, I mean, you know, it's not like it doesn't last, but if you're already paired with someone that already has lasted through the test of time, this relationship couldn't possibly even come close to the trust level that an emperor and empress have attained. So the burden is real. And manifesting, you know, doing your job, getting a new job, or just focusing on yourself and really working on moving past this. Because honestly, Virgo, some of you have been tested because you have not healed from your first love. And all loves that have come thereafter have been tested by you. You have compared each person to the person that you consider your first love. That relationship ended, or you married that person, and now you're like, wow, I wish I were young again. I wish I didn't feel like, you know, midlife crisis perhaps. Right? In the middle of the night, that's all I think about. The choice was yours, whether you were going to leave your long-term partner for someone else. This person is teaching you, and you know how they're teaching you? This Emperor and Empress, this connection that you've had for a long time is teaching you to love yourself and understand that you are the treasure. Behold. And it's been difficult. It's been one thing after another because it comes with memories. So many people don't realize that even after years, even if it's up to 10 years, all right, love that stays in your heart, that doesn't go away. The love that stays in your heart, and the ones that we have loved and lost, had to cut out of our lives, or else they were going to leave, begins a whole new love of life for yourself, to become stronger, to become wiser, and to defend yourself against those who don't. And the balance of, is this love or lust, became very apparent and has been through your healing. That's what a soulmate does. You've been tempted by the fruits of another. But what you didn't understand was you were being guided to heal that first love loss. Because the first cut is the deepest, no doubt. And we don't realize it until we see someone who, oh my God, they look exactly like them, let's say, when we were younger. They act like them. They look like them. They're the doppelgangers. And how could you, it's difficult. How could you not want to make things right or go back to that feeling? What's that song? Can't fight the feeling. And it's through the healing that you had to meet this person to remind you once again and how to overcome that pain. So it's not for lack of, not seeing the value of what you have and not seeing the longevity and trust that you and or another have gone through it in life. You've been through it. And you just had to come to terms with the fact that home is where the heart is. A loyal empress, I don't know where to put these, here. A loyal empress and emperor together is the treasure. You just were trying to heal the wounds of your first love. And by doing so, you've been able to, which many people don't, or they don't get to meet someone who smells, feels, tastes like the original. You had a copy, not a copycat. You did have a version, a very similar version, a doppelganger of your first love. And that has brought back so many memories. Of being happy, go lucky, being on the sand, being by the ocean, talking, many blessings. Virgo, you've been blessed beyond. Beyond. You've had opportunities that many people have not had in one lifetime. And now you've had to sever ties with what came to be known as an egoic death because you know better, that lust does not last, but sacred love does. The fire goes out. Sooner or later, the fire goes out. I mean, a lot of people noticed and do notice how sad you are. But, come Judgment Day, I feel that you were like, listen. I don't want to be handed, I don't want to not be handed the gates, the pearly gates. I don't want the pearly gates not to open, So I'm sticking with the tried and true before I lose this person that has been tried and true throughout this lifetime. There she is. And I've learned many lessons, and I thank Spirit for showing me that I can literally feel again this way, but at what cost? Because it turned out bittersweet. And you're watching them on social media, but to no avail. They're kind of not, it's not like they're hiding out, but they're not very visible, and or you are not very visible. with a relationship, should we say, on social media. It's all business. So, after all the years that I've been reading Virgos in this, and Spirit has been repeatedly showing me this pattern, that I've literally prayed prior to your read for something else to come out, and to no avail, is now the unveiling of what truth that we have not been able to see until now. And that is, you wanted to attain that love once again of a first love feeling. And it's difficult when you're in an emperor-empress dynamic, marriage, live-in, whatever, where, you know, it's not like you don't love that person. You love them deeply. You've been through like everything, deaths, weddings, anniversaries, holidays with this person, this empress. And them you. They've shown you their loyalty, and you've shown them you're loyal. But, you know, Spirit throws curveballs for a reason. And the curveball that has happened over the course of time, a long time, has been the healing part of a relationship that really cut like a knife, needed to be healed. And it could have been worse. You could have lost this empress or emperor. But you had to revisit a time in your life where you had that loving feeling in the physical chemistry coming back to you, like which many have, midlife crises. And you can call it midlife, but really, I mean, you know, is it really a midlife crisis, or do we want to label it as a midlife, really? Or can't we just come to terms with the fact that long-term love, and that, you know, marriage, that sacred union, that bond, that's irreplaceable. And that's really your lesson. Your treasure island is the sacred bond that you have with another. And as many times as you had to address your ego by going back time and time again, doesn't matter. All you know is that you felt that loving feeling again for a minute. Breach. Some of you were born breach. But you also now have really gone deep into this ocean. The treasure trove of your heart has opened up to a reality that now suits you, as this is what you were meant to feel in this lifetime. You were meant to be tempted and tested by the fruits of another, only for you to heal every broken heart that you've ever felt before, but it came from the first cut is the deepest. And now you see the truth is you have submerged out of that, whatever, maybe you repressed these feelings for years, literally, you have. you've repressed these feelings for years of, you know, having that. Can you have a relationship? I mean, that's like the biggest question of all in life. Can you feel that same way that you did when you're with your first love, then now in maybe you're in your 30s and 40s or 50s even, or 60s, whatever your age. But can you understand that the experience of life has taught you that you can emerge from where you were submerged by healing that first cut is the deepest? One more. Breathe. Every breath that you take, I breathe you, you breathe me. The ocean and Mother Earth, of not only the ocean but also in Mother Earth, walking, you know, nature's path or what have you, is going to heal you. It will help. But I feel that you should be really proud of yourself for how far you've come. Because this is not an easy road for anyone to have to repress so much pain down below the surface of the ocean of ourselves, right? And to finally to come out of it, only to realize that what you have cannot be replaced. You know what I mean? And that's a huge lesson. I mean, that's a lesson that everyone on the earth plane is learning, for sure. Whatever the temptation may be, that's why we're here. So I love you guys. I really went over in your read, but it had to happen. I love you guys. Please like, share, subscribe. YouTube's messing up our algorithms. Every reader's talking about it. So it doesn't cost a thing. I love you guys. Take care.